way with these cars now is to hit head on, because that's where the crash protection is absolutely the best.
Here it is again then.
That is highly unusual on a Ferrari to see a sheer suspension failure. I wonder what happened to that errant rear wheel that was bouncing down the side of the track. Hopefully that got caught up in the catch fencing too. But we're going to see a different angle. But just it's a catastrophe.
Here's Maldonado coming out of the pits and straight into Esteban Gutierrez, and you're right, almighty shunt from the side there. You have to ask, what was he looking at as he came down the inside?
To be frank, let's see what they do with Maldonado. Clearly isn't Gutierrez's fault, but with your mirrors, the problem is Gutierrez, when his mirrors would have been looking down the straight. You cannot see anything much over your rear tyres.
So does the responsibility have to be on the car behind then?
Yeah.
Because he can see ahead of him.
Away these four, well out on their own, 28 seconds clear the rest.
Webber's left the door wide open.
Oh dear, they've come together! Webber and Vettel have come together. That's Vettel going out, Webber going out. What was going on there? Through goes Jenson Button, ahead goes Lewis Hamilton. The two Red Bulls connect, out goes Sebastian Vettel, and Hamilton and Button push on for McLaren. It all turned on its head.
Vettel's been quicker the last few laps. Mark's got him covered and he comes through. Whose fault was that? They just seemed to merge towards each other, if anything, didn't they? A little Webber slightly left, Vettel slightly right.
How was your car, Mark? How was your car? Patches are okay.
I think I have a little bit of damage, but I continue. I think I've got a panel beside the radiator intake, mate.
Box.
I can continue, mate, I can continue.
We can hold the position. Box.
Right. So are you still watching that, David? That looks
Yes,
like Sebastian Vettel went right into the side of Mark Webber. How do you read that?
Yeah, I think that Mark was holding position. As uncomfortable as it is to call that between those two guys, then I've got to say that there was no need for Sebastian to be pulling right there. He had the position, and there will be a lot of frustration in that Red Bull debrief after the race.
I'm giving that 100% Vettel's fault, and he's so lucky he didn't wipe Webber out.
What the f*** are we doing here? What is stupid action? I'm going home. You.
And I hope he's okay. Now, we've seen a lot of cars getting caught out by the wind, the gusting wind around Silverstone this weekend.
I think the right rear tyre had come adrift because he spun across the curb. He got so much downforce there. Yeah, right rear tyre, puncture. Let's call it a puncture for now. I don't think that's his fault. The tethers have done a pretty good job of keeping the wheels intact, but on the way into Maggots, you do not lift the throttle. And we saw them, they've been clipping a couple of 100 miles an hour going into there, haven't they? Yeah. And that's a big impact. Luckily, the safety cell is pretty mighty on a Formula One car these days.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry.
Are you okay, Danny?
Yes.
He's rather blaming himself, and the apology to the team and the way he's reacted there with the camera trying to film him. He looks a very, very unhappy man with himself.
He does. It's a bit cause or effect, but it looks to me like his right rear tyre deflated quickly because he has gone across the curb, but I think the car